Yo, what's good, guys? I'm outside. This is Kiss. What's good? What's good? This is the way I'm feeling today, so I just have to play this first before I start streaming. How is it sounding on the stream? Let me see. Hope it's not too loud. Hey, couldn't be sweeter. Couldn't be sweeter. I don't think it's playing like that. Stick up, kids. Just like you, the word and niggas. Double shots of yak. There's a compliment. All right, so we are back on. We're going to continue from where we stopped last time. This is part 2 of modeling the Glock 40, and yeah, I'm just going to check stream, check Instagram. I don't think I went live on Instagram. So I think I'm live right now on Instagram. I'm also live on YouTube. I'm just going to double check that, make sure I'm all good, and yeah, we'll start for today. YouTube. I'm just going to double check that, make sure I'm all good, and yeah, we'll start for today. YouTube. So that's all good. I think everything else is cool. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So yeah, let's just try to round this up. First things first. I think this part right here, this needs to come forward even more, right? So I'm going to GYX this forward just like so. So that makes this place kind of a little bit flatter. Meanwhile, we want this to be strong enough to catch some light. So I'm adding a little bit of a loop or a little bit of a bevel to it instead. So I'm going to do that again, but this time I'm going to scale this down and GX so it doesn't mess up the shape. That's cool. I feel like this top should be flat. So from this part, let me see. This entire part right here and this, I'm going to SZ0. So I'm going to use this as an active element and SZ0 make that flat. So that's cool. Then GX. I'm going to GX this a little bit. I don't know why this is not like, I'm not able to use this cutter right here. I don't know why that's happening. Okay. I think I have a better result on that. I'm going to open PureRef so I can open up my reference and see what I'm going to be doing. Open, remind me later, open recent. and the GLOCK. Yeah. So let's just start. I think I'm actually just delaying right here. So this part, let me see. I'm actually stalling, but let's just go on in with this. You see this part? It seems to be like a different element from this one in front right here. So I'm going to take this. Oh, that doesn't show here actually. It doesn't show here. I think that's the other side of the gun. Okay. I'm going to take this entire edge just like so, and I'm going to delete all those edges. Right? And for this two, I will do GX, bring it in just like so, and then or maybe even the other way, this part just like so. I feel like this is good. This is okay for a starting point. Then you see this entire face. I think I'll start from here down to this point or down to this point. I'm going to extrude all of this outward. So I'll take this, extrude just a little bit, and then this and this, so I can easy then scale it on the X, GX, right? I can scale this on the Z, make that flatter. I will extrude these out to this point. I'll add in a loop right here. Select this face or these edges, and I can extrude down to this point. So right here, G, I'll bring this down. I'll add in a loop right here. Bring this down to this point. So right here, I can extrude this, rotate, and just kind of move this into place. Then I'll do the same with, not necessarily do the same. I'll just extrude this into this position. So this, I'm going to try to make sure that it fits into that space. Right here, I would SY rather. That's cool. I'm looking at this right now, and I feel like it's not in the center of the gun, actually. So I'm going to take this and just flip to the other side, and I'm going to apply that mirror. So this is now at the center. Girigi. So I'm going to delete these faces, and then this right here. This is 6. I want to do 4. So I'll delete these faces. So I'm going to take this entire edge and SY. I'm going to scale it from, let's say the bounding box, SY. So that's cool. I'm going to take this, and then I can just, I want to bridge between the both of them. Let me bridge it, and then I'll remove the extra edge loops that bridging it adds. So I'm going to bridge both, and then this extra edge loop, I'm going to delete. So we have this loop right here. The only thing is that I'm not sure I like the fact that this loop just terminates here like this. I would like it to flow, the edge flow to flow into the hand on this side, but I think this is okay for now. I think just taking it bit by bit is what would make me finish this on time today. I just want to quickly check IG is good. I want to make sure that this is also transmitting on YouTube. IG is good. All right. All transmitting accordingly. So, I'm quickly going to oops. I'm quickly going to like go on with this. I think this edge right here is not necessary, bro. Like it's not really adding anything and it's just lying fallow there. So I'm going to take that out. And next up is, I think before I even go any further, let me finesse the shape. So right now it's time to just start adding, whatever detail like I didn't add before. I'll probably start bringing them in right this second. GZ. So this, you see this, I want to dissolve that. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it looks like this terminates here just like so. Like this is just a field shape, that is it. And then this part is treated differently from what's going on here. So for this part, something I want to achieve is, you see how this chamfer is flush down. I want it to continue all the way down to this part. I don't want it to just terminate here. So this entire face, I'm going to delete this entire face. And then this right here, like 1, 2, I'm going to shift D on those, bring that down to this point. That's cool. And then I'm going to separate that selection. Can't find. Say I can't found. Can't find the area I just copied. Let me make that selection again. Select both, Shift D, and then Z. Still the same, but something I'm seeing now is that this is not actually even flush with. So I'm going to take all of this, right, and I'm going to GY it, GX in. That's cool. Frame selected, GG, GG. I'm going to GG. Okay, looks tighter with 2 levels of subdivision, but I don't think I would want that high amount of subdivisions. Can I take this and dissolve this? But I think it's going to bring in some artifact. Let me try. Dissolve edge. Okay, that's cool. So this edge, I'm going to take this and shift DZ, bring that down to this point. That's cool. I'm going to easy on that, so I have a little bit more presence and I don't lose it again. And we have this isolated. So you see all of these things right here. Like this. I'm going to attach it to this. So I'm going to take this and join, first of all. Then these two are going to merge at last. And then this I'm going to merge to this one. Right? Then this one, or rather this one is going to merge to this. This one is going to merge to this. Okay? That's nice. I really want to follow this movement. Actually, what if I come to the side and adjust things myself? Let me see if I'm able to like achieve that shape. GY in just like so. GY, GY. GY, GY. So this, I can just flip to the other side, apply that mirror, then this I can move. This I'm just going to merge at last right here. That looks good. This I think from here through to here, I'm going to select these vertices. And what I want to do is, first of all, space it out and then relax that shape. Right? I want it to be flush with this inner one. So I can take this now and just fill. Oh, okay. This one needs to be attached to something. So I'm going to merge at last on this side. And I can take this and just fill. That's cool. But look at right here. Right here doesn't look. You know what? All of these edges through to here, I'm going to take them, and with active elements as the pivot, I can SX and 0. And then I can scale this on the Z from that point too. So this is looking like it right now. Change this back to bounding box, and I can mirror this to the other side. This part, I want to close it up. So one way I can do that is I can make it a triangle. Yeah. Or I can add, can make it a triangle and then select this edge and then fill the other way too. I'll just mirror this to the other side, apply that mirror. I'm going to shade auto smooth, and that's looking good, except that this part doesn't seem to be aligning properly. So I'll hold this on this side and then hold on this side so we can make sure we capture that edge. Right here, I want to carry this entire edge and SX 0, then GX a little bit. Oh no, I won't even touch that. I'll take this part instead and just bring it forward. So this entire part, I can GX out like so. So that's cool. Looks good. Right here, I can select this and scale down so it's more visible. But I'm looking at this. I don't know if okay, no, it's cool. That's the shape. That's the shape. So you see these parts, it already looks good to me. The only thing now is that there are some, for example, this inset here. Let me see if I can bring that in. If I want to bring that in, I can. Can I cut into the shape, or how do I do this? I'm going to take out these loops, holding loops first. Dissolve edge. So I can work with something simpler. If I bring in an edge right here, I just take that edge and GY. Does it create the shape? I think it does. But doesn't go all the way to the end. So maybe I'll add in a loop right here, and I'll select this vertex and GY. Okay, that's cool. And then for this down part, I am going to bring in a cube, scale that cube down, and then right here I can bring the cube to this side. I'm going to use that cube as a boolean to cut out that shape, because from what I'm seeing right here, where is it? From what I'm seeing right here, I think a 90-degree cube could create a shape. So I can SY and move it in just like so. GY out of the way, and GY even more. Maybe this can be scaled on the Z-axis, and GZ, GY in. So I think this is somewhere around here actually, but maybe lower and slimmer. So I can take this, create a difference on those, and then, as a matter of fact, I'm going to undo first. You see this part? I'm going to click on L to separate that. Ooh, what's going on here? Delete face. Take this, separate that selection, and with this I can fill this face, then create a difference from this. So this is the shape I am seeing there, but now I have to make everything just flow with each other basically, you know. So this, I think is good that it tapers off just like so, but I'm going to apply this boolean and just try to make this mesh work. First of all, let me add in this holding loop. Oh no, I won't do that first. I think it would be wise to connect this first of all. Right, first, then I think I want to do the same with this. I will just J to connect those, and yep, we have a clean cut around there. I think this part I don't necessarily need that much. Then something I need to add also is a loop to this side, a loop to this side. So this, I'll merge this at last, and then I don't know if it's a good joining to have this join and then this join. We're going to see when we're adding a bevel right now and see how good this mesh cleanup was. So I'm going to, I think this part is cool. That's a triangle, but I think it should be able to hold up. Right now I'm going to bring in a universal bevel, general bevel to that, and then I'm going to add in a 1 level subdivision. And I think in here is good, only that it's a little thicker. It's too big. But you see this fall off right here? I don't get it. It's not working at all. Maybe it's inside a little too much. So I'm going to take this and GY, bring it out. Or this is what I should have even done. I'll select this and just give it its own bevel to highlight that shape. Yeah, I like that actually. I love it. So I'm going to take this and flip to the other side, and that's good. I don't know, that bevel is not affecting this part, and that worries me. So should I just select this edge and give it a bevel? Yeah. So that's cool. I really like this part. Like, yeah, this is one part I'm really happy with. I'm going to go on to working on. Right here, you would see that it's cylindrical cuts on this side. So I'm going to work on that. What? I don't know why this keeps up happening. Maybe I would apply this boolean. Yeah, apply that boolean so I don't keep having that issue. There's something going on here that I want to figure out. 1 second, guys. Okay, it's all clean. It's all clean. I can take this and just, I think I want to merge by distance to make sure there's no overlapping vertices. And then that's cool. That's cool for now. I just want to quickly check my stream, make sure I'm all good on that. And then we'll continue with the modeling. Check my stream, make sure I'm all good on that. All good on YouTube, all good on Instagram. So that's nice. What I'm going to do next is this form right here. If you look at this part, you'll see there's a cylinder. I don't know if this is this. Let me see. Safety of a Glock 40. I need to check it. Safety of a Glock 40. Where is it? Okay. No? Okay, so what I thought was the safety is not the safety. The safety is somewhere else. But let me look for parts of the Glock 40 because I want to know what that part is used for. Parts of the 40. Yeah. This takedown lever. What is the takedown lever used for? The takedown lever refers to the slide lock and the Glock manual on the Glock 40 or any Glock pistol. It's used exclusively to field strip or dismantle the firearm. Okay, so I think when you want to separate all different parts of the firearm and just break everything down, this is probably the first lever you pull. So yeah, that's cool. That was nice to know. I'm going to add in an edge loop here. I'm going to add one on this side, but I could SX0 on that, GX, and then connect this with J. So that's cool. I'll flip this to the other side, apply that mirror, and then I'm going to take, should I use the cylinder? Yeah, let me try. I'm going to use the cylinder. G, I'm going to rotate this slightly and SZZ, just like so. So I'm going to use that cylinder as a cutter to cut out that shape. Yeah, I'll use that to cut out that shape. And yeah, for this, I'll bring this out a little bit, GY. That's good. I'll select this and create a difference from that. So for this, I can GY bring this in a little bit. We're already having some destructions down here, but that's cool. Let's see if I can bring that in stronger. No. GY. Okay. That's all right. I'll apply this and then maybe clean this up a little bit. Let me see what can be done to clean this part up. That's cool. I'll use a knife tool to connect both of this and then do the same for right here to connect this. So all of this part that has like double vertices, I'm just going to merge at last. Merge at last. If I merge this at last, do I still have the shape? I don't think so. I do not have the shape if I merge that like so. So can I add, I want to add in an edge loop right here to connect it, but am I disturbing the shape? I don't really know right now, but it seems this is the solution I have for solving this. Or let's see, can I just dissolve that? Do we still need that to hold the shape? Like, do we need this and this? I don't think so actually. So in order to solve this even more, I can add in an edge loop and join on this side. Can I do something like this? Join. I do not know. I do not know if I can do this actually, but let me try. Like this is just a lot of vertices just to connect something right here. So maybe I should even start like terminating some of these loops and just localize them to that part. So you see this, I'm going to slide down and then connect. No. Yeah, let me do this. Slide down. I'll connect this. Right? Then you see all of these parts. I'm going to dissolve that edge. No. I'll do it right here. GG, slide out of position. J to connect that. 1, 2, dissolve. 1, 2, dissolve. So how will I now terminate this part? Because this is an end gun right here. Will this join here, or do I have to cut into the shape like so? Right, and then J to connect this, J to connect this. But I've messed up the shape on this side, like complete mess up. So what I'm going to do, let me see if I can SY 0 SZ. No, I'm going to do it from the active elements. SY 0 SZ 0. Oh, I'm not sure I like this, but let me see. If I isolate this shape and then add a bevel to it, will it still work? I don't think so. Well, let me try. Then add in one level subdivision. No. I think there's a lot of issue that happened here that I need to just simplify. Alt S. I'm going to use Alt S to pull that out. Yep. Then I think this top part needs to work in order to make this resolved, right? So do I need to J connect this, J connect this, and then J connect this? Is that what needs to happen? Let's see. dissolve edge. What about I take this and merge at last? Take this and merge at last. No. Instead of doing that, I'm going to just take this round, just like so. Then, oh, this selected really well. So if I do this and then add in a sub D, I think here looks pretty tight. Only that the surrounding doesn't look as tight, but that can be solved basically. I think in order to solve that, I need to create something like this and like this. Let's try. Yep. So right here, I'm going to leave this at this point. I'm going to mirror this to the other side, apply that mirror, and yeah. I'm going to look for some other part right here. There's like there's a hole in here that I need to capture. So I think the way I'm going to do it is I'll take this edge, maybe add in a loop on this side. I'll add in a loop on this side, or maybe I'll GG. I'll select this and just bevel, right? Then this I would extrude in, and then Shift D on this. I'm going to use this extra element I just created to create that inner shape. So all of this I would G up, nope, I would G up to this point. So view frame selected, I can do something like so, select every other part of this. I'm going to GY in, and then this I'm going to bevel. So I think one of the bevel that is important in this is this part. So I'm going to select this part, apply scale, bevel it just like so. Then this faces right here can be deleted like this, delete face, and then kind of reconnect them back. Fill, 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 fill. Then I'll do the same for this part. Fill, 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 fill. I'm using F to fill quickly like that. So that is cool. I will add in a bevel on that. It's weird. I'm going to merge by distance. See if we have overlapping vertices, and then Shift N. Something going on here which I do not understand, but I am going to select the edges I want to have this bevel manually. Edge, bevel. I'm going to make that bevel even smaller. All right, so I'm cool with that. Next up, there are two holes that are here. I don't even know if they are my. Let me see if they are my. Okay, it's in my reference, because if it wasn't in my reference, I wouldn't have modeled it. Like, I'm already adding too much detail right now. So I'm going to turn this into view, scale this, and I want to use my boolean to create this part, because it's going to be a tricky one to create along this curve. I think even the boolean concept is going to be tricky to create a difference on this corner. But it did create, definitely going to create with some problems, which I am going to resolve shortly. SY. That's cool. I'll GG on this. Let me see if I can delete this and try to create a hole manually. Let's see. So I need these faces. I can insert on those, select that, turn that into a circle, flatten, turn that into a circle again. I cannot do that without a boolean. So let's try that again. SY, create the difference, and yeah, we're going to work with that till we start like taking care of this mesh. We will take care of the top one. So I'm going to separate that into a different collection. Shade solid on this, and I'll scale this down. SY, GY. That's something like this. That's cool. Hide all that quarter. Next up, I think on the detail for this part is this right here. So in order to make this, this is going to be a tricky one. I need to just take care of this mesh generally. I think one way to do that, I'm going to just isolate this and the reference, so I can just deal with both of them alone. I'm going to add in a loop on this side, join that, right? Flip this to the other side, apply that mirror, and then this could be the starting point of this side, right around here. That's cool. And then maybe I'll need to add one on this side. And then I think I want to use the knife tool instead to just cut out the shape that I need. Right, so we have this top part. I could just take it and delete that space, or take that and kind of extrude along the mouse like so, like this. But I don't think that's going to be an elegant like solution. But let me just see. I don't think it should be this big, huge. Should it be this big? Even if it's this big in my reference, I'm going to make it smaller because I feel like it's just too big compared to what I'm seeing in this reference. So I've made mine significantly smaller, and then I'm going to take that part and I'm going to extract this. With this, we're going to create the button that that part has. So I'm going to select this SX, extrude that along the normals. Yeah, and then this I'll merge at center, this I'll merge at center. So this right here, I'm going to go to the side and G to this point. This out, yeah, I need to measure at center. That's not going to be in view. So all of this corner, I'm going to take this corner, possibly this corner and this corner, and then I'll bevel those just like so. Then I'm going to connect this J. I'm going to add some more on this side. See this part? I'm going to connect with J. Then I'll select all of this. I would insert that and then extrude along normals just like so. So that's cool for that part. The only thing I'm looking at now is that this has a weird extension. I don't even know how to achieve this. So I'm just going to simplify mine and make it flat like so. Next up, I'm going to do this in the handle. There's this shape right here in the handle. What I'm going to do is I have two options. I can create it manually on the surface or bring in a boolean to do that effect for me. But what I think I'm leaning towards is bringing in a boolean. But I need to make sure like these loops are okay, basically. So I'm going to add one. I'm going to J to connect this. Then I'll bring in a sphere. Right. Rotate that by 90, GX. I'm going to scale that down. G to this point, scale. I'm going to SX, GX, scale that down even more and bring it down in the Z. So this I'm going to use to cut out this mesh difference. Right. So this I'll bring outside a little bit. I'm looking at this cylinder now that I've used. I feel like I'm going to select every other loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and dissolve all of that edges. I think same I'm going to do with this. So let me just isolate. And I'm selecting every order. As this, this, right? This is already confusing me actually because this wireframe and I don't, yeah, well, it's going to be hard to know which one is which. Okay, dissolve those edges. So we have a simplified version of this. That's cool. I'm going to take that and apply that boolean. Then let's see if we can tidy it up and create. You'll see that there's a bulge out here. So I'm going to see if I can create that basically. So all of this, I would GG and GG. Right here, I will take this and then merge at center. This same thing applies. These two, same thing. Oh, this is going to be too much joining. So I think this I would extend out to this side, like just create extra for it. Or can this, let me see. Can I merge this to at center? I think I can do that. That's fine. Repeat that action. These three can all join right here. This can meet. I shouldn't meet at center actually. I should meet at last. Meeting at center means I'm distorting one of the shape. This should meet at last. But I think this should be at center actually. These two, maybe they can meet at center. And this same thing. This meets here. So that's cool. These two I can merge just like so. Yeah. I like what this looks like. I would join this and then this I would join. I'll join together with this, but this part I'll join together with this, right? So I'm going to take out this edge and then I want to, you see what I'm going to, instead of adding loops just like so on this, I'll use a knife tool to just connect to this side. Connect. Knife tool. Same. So that's cool. Right here, I would GG and then I can join this, right? And then, can I still GX on this and then do the same thing just to reduce and stop that vertex from adding to this side? So I think that's contained. Could it be the same for this side? Because I see there's, okay, it's not around here. So maybe I can, no, I don't want to add all the way through. All the way through would just be too much. So right here, I would join this and then maybe let me add two on this side. J and then J. So that's great. Well, it's a weird joining. I won't even lie. Like, to be honest, it is. I think this one, if I was to even do it properly, this would connect to like the circumference of the circle, not the way it's joined right now. Like right now, I don't think I'm able to. Let me see if I can bevel. Nope. So can this be beveled? Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not mad at that actually. So see this part? Can select all of this and I think I want to just extrude it out. Then this part I can extrude it down on the surface. Or not necessarily extrude, like GX or GY rather, back in. Or maybe I could do something like this, like merge at last. Repeat that action, repeat, and then repeat. So yeah, I think I'm good on this shape. I want to add in a sub D and see how it looks. Sub D is not looking good at all, and that's because I feel like this edge is outside a bit so much. So I'm going to bring these two edges in and then select all the way through to this side and just space those. So yeah, I think this is better actually, because now I know that I can select this entire edge all the way like so and either tighten it up with main crease or just put a bevel on that for it to do its magic. I'm going to turn off sub D, and I think I'm going to go with main crease this time around. No, I'm going to do a bevel. And if we dump in a sub D on that, I think we kind of have the shape. Maybe except from the stretch right here. You know what? I can take out this entire loop, right? And then I can do an offset. Not offset cut though. On the offset on one side. Delete edge. GG. Yeah, I think I got it. Next up, I think the handle. Just getting the intricate shape of the handle is next. I'm going to turn off that sub D. Okay, no, there's no much intricate shape in this one. I think my reference actually shows that, but like right here, it's just kind of straightforward. So I'm going to take this and just try to make sure I get this on the edge as tight as possible. Make sure it's true to. Just try to make sure it's true to the reference. Let me see. Flip, apply mirror. G. This face. There's a weird face. Okay, I think this is it. So this face right here, I'm going to delete. Right. I feel like all of these have like very, very deep bevel. So you see these parts. I'm going to bevel heavily. Is this important? I don't think so. I'm just going to select this two and dissolve. Then let me create that bevel again. Something like this. I think that's cool. Next up, see this stud. I'm not really sure how I'm going to create this stud. I'll probably leave that for later. But right now, I'm going to go through the trigger part and basically tighten things up to. Let me see how a subdivision is acting to this part actually. Doesn't need a bevel to look good. Yeah, I think it does. Then I think this part, I'll just add this kind of a bevel to it. So right here, I can flip to the other side, apply that mirror. Then there's something weird happening here. Could it be this triangle? So instead of terminating a triangle, I can bring this out to this edge, just like so, then dissolve this edge. GG. Could it be that instead? Let me try. Let me turn on the subdivision and see if it's smoother here. So it's smoother here, so I need to do it for the other side too. So I'm going to take this, and instead of terminating here, I would terminate on a flatter surface and then dissolve this edge. So it's no longer a triangle, it's now a chord. And yeah, that's better. So I need to I'm going to create a trigger. Well, let me just, I need to tighten this part up. Like everywhere that needs a bevel is getting a bevel right now. Everything is going to look clean and pristine right now. So I think this needs this kind of a bevel. Right here, I'll select this. I'll give this kind of a bevel. I think in here, in here I'll do something like this. Let me see if I can add in a loop and then bevel. Nope. How do I fix this? Can I add in loops on this side and this side? And then for these outer parts, I can create an outer offset to hold the shape. So I can do something like this, offset, and have this at the other side, just like so. So if I turn on sub D, it looks better. Only thing is that this part is now all janked up. So I'm going to dissolve this, then maybe connect this with J. So that's cool. I think this part looks messy. So all of these long edges, that's a holding edge, very important. So I'm going to take this one out, dissolve edge. I think I'll take it out here too. Dissolve edge. I think I'll do it on this side. Dissolve edge. And then dissolve edge. So I like this. I'm not mad at it at all, like at all. Something I'm seeing is, I don't know if this is supposed to be a chamfer or it's okay. I think it's just going to be round up top, so it's not necessarily a chamfer. So with higher amount of subdivision, would have a smoother surface up there. So I'm going to attend to, I think here, I'm going to add this boolean. What boolean is this? Is it this one? I think it is. I'll Control C that and delete this so that I can make this place work, basically. So I think since we have a subdivision, all of this actually, all of this right here, I'm going to check out the select. And then let me see if I can remove those edges. Dissolve. Oh, nope. Can I dissolve faces? No. Man, I don't want to go and manually select all these things again. Come on. Dissolve edge. View frame selected. And I'm dissolving edge to reduce the amount of polygons here, because obviously the main body is not, it's not a high poly body, so I don't think we'll need these high amounts to be, I like, if we have this high amount, we want to be able to connect this to mesh, basically. So right here, merge this at last, merge this at last. Right here, I'll do the same and then do the same. So that's cool. I'll add this here, join those. Right here, I'll join this. So if I select this entire edge, right, and then add in a bevel, will you be able to withstand the subdivision I'm about to add? Let's try and see. Nope, it's not. Like all of this side is good, but this side is not. So could it be that we do not have enough polygons here? Like maybe I'm going to join this, yes, and then this I'm going to connect to this. So yeah, looks better. Even though we're seeing a little bit of artifacts here, I feel like I can live with that. No, let me see if I can fix it. Let me try to see if I can fix it. I can fix it. What about do something like this? Join. And then this, I'll spread this out a little more and join. Let's see what that looks like. I still see an artifact, but I think it's better. Join. I'm going to join this. I'm going to join. So we're just having a bunch of triangles right here, but I think it wouldn't be so much of a problem. I just want to check stream, make sure I am still good. Think I'm good on Instagram. Then I'll check YouTube. Think yeah, good on YouTube too. So let's go. I think right here, that's a good amount. I would join this. Join this. Turn off that sub D. Maybe this I can just join to this one like so. Yeah, no matter that, I can bring back that circle, and I think this looks. I'll make it like this actually, because I love the shape. So it looks like insert, insert again, and with proportional editing I can GY in. Then I can just take this edge and bevel. I would isolate that, take this bevel. That's cool. This I can GY. Yep. Right here would need another fixing. So I'm going to turn off subdivision and then just try to make sure things are aligned. For example, I think in order to resolve this, I can just add an edge loop here and then join. And all of these inner parts, let me see. The more I look at this, the more I feel like I need to create this shape, right? So let me see. If it gives me too many problem, I will just not do it. But let me try. GX. I think I can cut right here. And then this I can GX. Right here I can add this. But this is cutting across the shape, so I wouldn't want to do that. What if I do it with the K like so, and then same thing with this, right? So this can cut to this side, and then this can cut to this side. This is like crazy topology, but like I just really want to see if I can achieve this shape right here. And I can extrude this out a little bit. Right, I can add in an edge loop right here. Then this I would easy. I would extrude upward like so. Then I can take this and merge at last. Same thing with this. Repeat the action. Repeat the action and then can repeat the action. I don't think this is working actually. GY. Then I can take these two edges on this side and GZ. This one to GZ. So let me turn on that sub D. See what it's looking like. Looking messed up and janky. Right. So I'm going to kind of just start adding holding loops, because I think that's what this part just needs. Apart from taking out this face, I think this part needs some holding loops. I think right here needs to be held. Right here. I would hold all of this, hold this too. And then just bevel. Then I'll add in subdivision, see what that looks like. I think it holds the inner shape nicely. But this one, this outer shape, no. So, let me try this. This will have separate bevel, just like so. Then one, two, come here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Select this 1, 2. Select this 1, 2. I can select both and then just bevel that. Let me add in. Oh my god. I don't think I'm going to add in that part. I'm tempted to create that as a separate shape and just attach it down there. Like that would be a crazy way to do that, but like that's the only thing that's coming to mind right now. I'm going to undo all the way to the beginning of this exploration. Think right around here. Yeah. And then what if I create this shape and attach it here? It will look like two different mesh. But that's also what this looks like actually. Like if you look at this, it doesn't connect with the bevel. So let me try it. I'm going to bring cursor to this point. I'm going to bring in a cube, scale that down. I'm going to SZ and then I will SY in just like so. So this face, I'm going to delete that face, select this, apply that scale. Right here, I would add this loop and then this face, I will SX just like so. So that's cool. This face I would GY in, and then GZ on this. But this part I'm going to GY into space. Right. So the way this is going to come in now is GZ. If I add in a subdivision on this, disappears, but what if we add in some holding loops? Shade auto smooth. So right here, maybe I want to bevel this. Right, flip this to the other parts, apply that mirror. I'm going to do that again, but smaller, so it's sharper. Right, that's cool. I'm going to add in a solidify to this. Solidify modifier. I'm not mad at this actually. Not mad at this at all. GG. Okay. Select bevel. Then mirror this to the other side. Apply that mirror. I think all of this, I'm going to dissolve those edges and then rebevel this again. I don't think this is cutting through. Okay, I like that. Right here, I'm just going to add a general bevel to this. And that's cool. I think on this part too, there should be a bevel right here. So that when we turn on the subdivision on this main body, it holds up. I think I'm going to be spending like 2 hours on the stream, because I won't like to postpone this again. Like, no, we're not doing that. Bevel, turn on subdi. Subdi looks good. Only that, what if I dissolve this edge? Or what if I add in one on this side and then connect this with J? Yeah. Apply mirror. That's okay. I think all the way back here is just plain mesh, but obviously we see some disruptions happening here, so I want to join this, see if I can make that flat. First of all, turn off sub D so I can try to make this area look better. Dissolve edge, dissolve edge. I like that. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to add in an overall sub D right now, see whether everything else looks okay. I don't think it does actually. Like, there are some things that are just still not working. But if I join and then I join. Same with this, join. I'm going to flip this, apply that mirror, turn on sub D. This is better, but prying it even dissolve this entire edge. Let's see what it looks like. Nope. I'm going to bring that back, but this time around, maybe GG on that. And then maybe this part, I'm going to bevel. Something is happening here. Okay. Everything else is good apart from this. I feel like this surface right here is just, maybe we can distribute like so. So I feel like this part is probably too close. That's why that's looking like that. GG C. I'm going to take this entire thing and GG. Almost want to add one more here like so. Turn on sub D. Nope. I'm not doing that. Frame selected. I'm going to rest this down a little bit. Same with this. I'm just going to eyeball this to rest it down a little more. Then maybe this one, I'm going to bring up a little bit. Maybe even more. Okay. Alt S. Bring that up. Oof. I'm successfully making a mess of this surface right here. I'm taking on with you, Lejejuma. I think next up I need to build a trigger. trigger shouldn't, I think I already have, do I already have placement for the trigger? I don't think I do. So I need to work on the triggers. But before I do that, I think these two should have that same treatment I had with the other connection. So right here, K, on that two, we're going to join with K. Then this, we're going to join with K. Mm. Join, join. What if this is like a diamond? Yeah, this is better. This is better actually. Okay. So let's go on to the trigger. Wasted so much time there. So I think for the trigger, we're going to start with a cube. Rotate, scale that up. I think right around here. Then I'm going to move all of this just like so. Kind of just move them into position. 1, 2. I can add this right here with G. Right here I can extrude and then G up to this point. This right here, G. Can add this. Right here. I can extrude this outward. I can select this edge and just bevel those. So that is what we have right now for the trigger. What I'm going to do is select this part. I'm going to bring cursor to selected, and this I'm going to bring to the cursor so that I can move this into position just like so. G. So I think what I want to do is just bring this up. Then if I want to scale this on the Y, right? Isolate that. I'm going to put in a bevel around the center, bevel that, and from here through to here, just like so. It's going to be deleted. Those faces are going to be deleted, yes. So we're going to have something like this where these four are going to form a face, and then from the edge right here we can just fill. You can fill each of the corners. We're going to do it like this. Fill. Dissolve edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to fill that face. Then I notice that this face is just not correct. So I'm going to select the right vertices to create that face. And then fill. So that's cool. I think right here I want to add in Hmm. You know what? Right here, I'll dissolve this, delete this edge, and then J. Right here, I can fill. No. Hmm. Okay. So you see this face right here. I'm going to delete this face, and then my joining, take out this edge too. A journey for this is going to be starting from here. I'm going to feel that this four, they're going to be a face, and then I can take this edge and fill, fill, right? Right here, I'll flip to the other side, apply, and then we have one part of the trigger, which I think I can sweetly add the bevel to this one, like it shouldn't be a problem. Well, there's definitely something going on here. So could it be Shift N, or could it be duplicate meshes? I can merge by distance. Okay, I think that's gone. Then this part right here, I almost feel like duplicating this actually, because I can't really tell what that shape is. But I'm going to bring in a cube and just create that. G, rotate on that right here. And then I can select these edges, or maybe this entire face, and just extrude. G, can extrude to this point right here. G, I can select this whole face and then extrude that to this point right here. I can G. So that's cool. This edge and this edge, I'll select them and just bevel like so. Then all of this I can SY so that it occupies this inner shape right here, SY. So I'm going to bevel on that. I'm going to merge by distance. Merge at last. Repeat the action. Add in a bevel. And that's cool for the trigger. So I think apart from the textures on the side, this is pretty much done. For the textures at the back here, no? Let me see. There's a hole right here. So I want to create this, right? So in order to create that, I'm really bothered about this area right here. This area is just looks messy. So I'm going to be relaxing a lot of this right now, just using that function to see if I can achieve something smooth. Relax, maybe even space it out a little bit. No, GG on that. That's good. Let me see what the subdivision is doing. Maybe better, but we've messed up the surface already, like from the beginning. So it's just looking somehow. Okay. Can I apply this subdivision? Ooh, just look at how dense this is. Like, it shouldn't be this dense. I'm going to drop that to 1. Yeah, this is what I expect the gun to look like. I'm going to leave it at 1 subdivision. Um, Yeah, one subdivision actually. So this part, I'm thinking we're going to do a cylinder. Turn to view is brought down to this position right here. GY. All of these vertices is deleted, and right here I can fill, dissolve edge. I can rotate that, and then this edge right here can be extruded out. So that's cool. Can select that face. Can I delete this face and look in here? I think in here is good. I'm going to select this and then do a difference on that, but it's not working because I need to duplicate this across and SY to make this deeper. Then let's do the difference again. So something I'm going to do is extrude this out, so it's completely out there like so, and then make this smaller so that looks good. GY somewhere around here is good. So that's cool. Next up, I want to create this texture back here. So I can select these faces. I think this faces all the way down to this point. Duplicate that. Then I would need equal distribution of mesh. Or maybe even distribution actually. Doesn't necessarily have to be equal, but even. That's cool. Right here, I'll select this. I would insert and then extrude along the mouse. That's cool. I think before I do that, I want to on subdivide and then add in a subdivision surface. Apply that subd and then I can relax. Subdivide, insert, extrude along normals, just like so. Right here, I'm going to insert into the surface even more. Chi. That's cool. So for this, I'm going to add a top bevel on that, and that's good for the texture on this side actually. Then for the one on this side, let me do the one on this side first of all. If I do the one on the other side, so for the one on this side, I can select, let's say this, duplicate that, separate that selection, and then what we want to do is S using this as a reference, I can SY 0. Then I can flip this to the other side, apply mirror. Subdivide. I can insert. We apply scale first. Insert. And then view frame selected. Extrude along normals. G. So that's good. Nope. What if I do the relax on the side vertically? The more I touch this place, the more it just gets bad. When I touch that place, it might get bad. I beg. I'm going to leave it like that. So then next up for the textures are these parts. How do I do this now? I can duplicate this, separate this selection. Somehow I'm already feeling sleepy. It's not really somehow, like I already had a stressful day, so I think it's normal for me to feel sleepy. But I'd like to finish this today. I'm going to cut this part, cut this part. I'm going to select these vertices, delete vertices. G, that's cool. Right here, maybe I can space things out, just like so. Space, repeat the action, repeat the action, repeat. Oh, why isn't it spacing? Space. So I can add one, add, and then subdivide the whole thing. So I can insert on each, right? Extrude along normals and GY. So I think this faces has to be beveled. Then this faces too has to be beveled. So that's cool. I think this I need to mirror to the other side. Then this whole piston needs to mirror to the other side too. So right here, I'm going to, I think I want to grid fill first of all, and I'll join both of these, right? And the reason I'm joining those is because I want to use a boolean on this to cut out the shape down here. Ideally, I should be able to like even delete certain part of it, like something like this. select this part through to this part, right? I'm going to add this to select this through all the way here, delete all of that faces, and then I'll go to this effects too, and then delete all of this right here. Delete vertices. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to try to connect this. As a matter of fact, select all of these edges right here and EX, no, EY rather, locks, and then I'm going to select this edge and EY1, EY again. So that's 2 right here. I would merge at last. Then I will also merge at last. So up here, I'm going to add this loop GG, and then I'm going to merge this at last. So all of this I'm going to try to join by selecting 2 and fill, and that's good. So ideally, this is going to be an overkill on the detail. This part is supposed to carry your magazines. That's your, what do you call them? Your bullet cartridges, basically. So it should be inserted and then extruded the other way. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to model what like is visible to us. There's something going on here that I need to fix. Maybe Shift N and then merge by distance, because I don't know why I tried to insert this and I was having that issue. So I'm just going to give a slight insert. It's not going to be like a functional thing. Just like so. I'm going to G towards this side, and that's cool. You see that shape that we have in there? I'm going to duplicate that and bring that out to this point. Scale that, and I'm going to separate that shape into its own thing. Okay, that's it. I'm going to extrude once, rotate, and then scale. No, I don't need to scale, I just need to rotate. Then extrude one more time again. So what's going to happen is that we now have these parts where we can extrude just like so. So all of this is going to be inside here, and I'll Z this down just like so. So what we can do to this part now is can bevel this edge. I think it's not only that part that is beveled. In fact, that part is not even beveled. I think the main part that is beveled is, let me isolate this, is this. Right, so it's just something like this. Maybe I want to add this. And then add in a bevel to make that sharper and add in a sub D. This is not true to the form, so I'm going to bevel this, right? apply mirror. I think right here. Dissolve edge. So this and this are going to be rounded off. Then I think we need a bevel down here too. So that's cool. I can call that back. However, I think it's only a few of these things that are like accurate in terms of form, basically. For example, this, I'm going to G right here. I'm going to add in one more loop on this side, one on this side, and one here, so that I can bring this in just like so, and then this goes in. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look good. That does not look good. SC0 GC. I think this should be beveled actually, but I'm going to take this edge, select these faces. I'm going to select boundary loops and then bevel. So all of this right here, I'm going to bevel on those. Think right up to this point. I'm going to have that bevel. Can I dissolve this? Let's see. Without issues. That's cool. What about this? No, there are issues in that one. So let's take the edges that I want to bevel again. I think this part is there. This is there. This whole loop right here. And I can bevel. I think that's good. So I'm just going to take that and flip to the other side. I'm going to apply that mirror, turn off all my cutters, and this is pretty much the piece tool. The only thing is that this part is exposing a lot of like the magazine, so I'm going to scale this down and just fix it into that space basically. Okay, I think our textures are too visible. GY, press that in so it's not all that visible. So yeah, this is our GLOCK 40. What's this here? What's this? Can this be smoother actually? Yeah. GX. Okay, I think we're pretty much done with this. I'm just going to check the stream, make sure we're all good on that front. Shade auto smooth. I think I'm going to bring a cutter on this and make sure this cutter is shaded auto smooth. Yeah. Check the stream first of all before I leave. Oh, Jesus.
Check the stream first of all before I leave.
That's cool. And let me see how long I've been streaming for. These almost 2 hours. That's not bad. So yeah, I think I am done. I'm going to end the stream right now. I think this file is already saved. GLOCK's done. So, as a matter of fact, I think I've not turned on subdivisions and all these things. So, they look crazy actually. I think visually, it's a visual difference between like this down part and the top part. I don't know if it's my model or it appears in this one. Visually, the down part seems to be more ergonomically like soft and round, but the top part feels like a mech. It feels very, very right angled, strong corners. So I think it's right from the main object itself, the main mesh. So I'm not going to trip over that one. Select boundary loop. I'm going to tighten this up. Wait, let's use a chamfer. Okay, yeah. So that is about it, guys. So long, and